Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be jumping into the world of Metal Gear Solid. We're going to run MGS Delta through the visuals, the audio, the story and the gameplay pillars to see how it holds up to the original. Now without further ado, let's jump on in. So Snake Eater is widely considered the greatest stealth action game of all time. So how do you remake a masterpiece without breaking it? Metal Gear Solid Delta was Konami's answer to this. So we're going to be looking at crawling through that Soviet jungle and see how immersive this survival experience is. Is it going to be as perfect as the original, or are we going to be left with a few battle scars? Starting off with the visuals. So the jump to Unreal Engine 5 is staggering. Seeing the light filter through and the mud react like it's this pure game magic. And they've really done a marvellous job of modernising the visuals. I did run into some performance issues, especially when you're in like sort of a heavy rain or dense swamp area. But that did not ruin the game. It was a reminder that, you know, this is a sort of a heavy-duty technical beast, but didn't take away from that overall immersion of this the pure visual bliss. Next up, we are on to the audio. So the audio design is incredibly atmospheric. Every twig snap and little distant bird tweet, it all comes together to create a very much alive world. The music is still perfect. It swells in and it fades away to match the tension beautifully. But because they did use the original 2004 recordings, some of the performances can feel a little dated compared to the ultra-realistic character models. Not to say that it's bad voicing by any means, it's more of a nostalgia trip, but there is sort of a slightly almost uncanny valley, so to speak, between the 2026 visuals and the 2004 audio. Next up, the story. There's nothing else I really need to say. The story. It's emotional, it's high stakes, the spy thriller vibes, they all hit just as much as they did in 2004. The cast of characters from the Cobra unit to Snake to the boss bring the world to life in a way that many games struggle to do so. And if you've never experienced the ending of Snake Eater, this is one hell of a way to do that. Next up is the gameplay. Now the gameplay has been beautifully modernised. Being able to switch between the classic fixed camera and the new 3D camera is an absolute game changer. Whether you want it to feel more like Metal Gear Solid 5 or more like the original, it caters to both. My only critique here is that some bosses are definitely sort of designed with the older camera in mind. And in a new style, some of these fights can feel a little dated and a bit easy to exploit in a way. However, the sheer amount of items and weapons that you can gather, and you can experiment in so many different ways, that keeps the core gameplay loop incredibly fun and does not take away from the actual overall experience. So, despite some performance hiccups and a few old school quirks, Metal Gear Solid Delta is an absolute triumph. It respects the legacy of the original whilst giving us a high-fidelity jungle that we've been dreaming of and seeing this world in for ages. That is why Metal Gear Solid Delta gets the TH verdict of 37 out of 40. Thank you so much for watching. Are you a fan of the new updated version, or have you stuck with the original? Please let me know in the comments down below. Hit that like button and consider subscribing if you want to see more videos like this. In the meantime, keep on keeping on, and I shall see you soon.